Good afternoon, friends and neighbors. Just want to do a quick story time session with you guys. So, everybody knows our favorite consumer website when it comes to real estate, which is the dreaded Z word for real estate agents, Zillow. So, just want to talk real quickly about this. Is going to be kind of a multi-part piece on different of these types of companies: Zillow, Redfin, Open Door, OfferPad, all your little instant buyers, instant seller type of companies. So with that being said, I want to talk about a real story by a real person and colleague of mine of what happened through Zillow. So in my best preacher voice, Zillow is not your friend. Say it to your neighbor. Zillow is not your friend. So back in December 2019, I want to kind of go over the story. So today, this is from my colleagues' posts in a private group on Facebook about some experiences that they were having with Zillow. So today I found out that Zillow bought my dad's house. They cleaned out all my family heirlooms and everything he owned and put it on the market. Problem is, I still own the house and we are in probate. The imposter that signed as my dad, blank, 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 is in California, and my dad is buried in Phoenix. So a little background here. This colleague of mine, their father died, and as they were kind of going through his estate and the probate and all the other stuff to get the will straightened out, and well, Zillow came and bought the property from a person that didn't exist, okay, or a person that acted like a person who didn't exist. This person was dead. So long story short, Zillow came in, cleaned the house out, took everything family-wise, threw it all away in a trash bin. They had workers that come in and took the TVs, they took the furniture, they took all the kitchens, all the cool stuff that the house had to offer. The employees of Zillow kept it and trashed everything else. So you could just imagine, you just lost your father and you get a call a few weeks later that your house is now owned by Zillow because it was sold to an imposter. No research done, nothing. Just say, hey, I'll buy the house. Here's the money. Thank you. It's over. It's not over. January 2nd, just an update. I posted my father's house in Scottsdale was fraudulently owned by Zillow. My brother and I are executors for the estate. Neither of us signed the deed. I have gone quiet because I have been asked to go quiet by Zillow. Two public documents have been recorded to ensure the house isn't flipped. Our probate attorneys recorded a notice of fraudulent conveyance and delivered to the agents. Zillow has agents. Zillow's not a real estate company. Zillow's an investor company that hires agents to buy and sell their properties. Let's get this straight. So I'm not violating any code of ethics, anything that I have sworn to uphold with the National Association of Realtors. They are investors. That is it. Our probate attorneys were we got there. A separate set of attorneys have filed a lease pendens, which is a notice of a lawsuit for a claim of the property. Both should cloud the title, you would think, right? The house is in Zillow's name as of January. I'm in the process of getting homeowners insurance in place. Insurance HOA is paid, yada, yada, yada. Since we were planning to go through all of my dad's things this week. Well, all of dad's things no longer exist. Of course, the house is stripped, so we have been in the hotel. Did find out the trash shop company owned by Zillow kept the good stuff, the TV, the sound bar. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I don't need to answer this right this second. The leathered reclining sofa, all the precious belongings and the number of years and bank statements and tax returns and private papers were sent to the dump. They also took out a chandelier worth hundreds of dollars and replaced it with a little $40 light. Let's fast forward to March. So Zillow's contractors did work on the father's house. For some unknown reason, all the cable was cut and pulled by the Zillow contractors. It will take 10 to 12 weeks to get a permit to reinstall. So here's where it gets even more funny. My colleague went and decided to pull all of Zillow's cameras out of the house. There were no cables attached. These cameras were fake. So quick story here, I guess. Quick short story. People are squatting in these properties owned by Zillow and their counterparts. Open Door, OfferPad. They're squatting. People are going to these houses and they're living there. And agents are going to these houses unprepared, and people are jumping out at them. People are scattering through the windows. it's just a mess. Anyway, they asked me to sell it to Zillow several times, so now in a market where multiple offers are the norm, they still have the fraudulent sale on their website. Magically, the house lost $15,000 in value from their purchase price. Buying forged properties is illegal. Get over it. So I'll touch on what Zillow does with their estimate in a second. As many of you know, this is back in May now, so this is just a few days ago. Zillow bought my deceased father's home from a criminal. We got the house back with the fight. Now we're working through damages and all the stolen properties. Things like pulling cable out of the house, painting the house with quality paint and workmanship that lasted 4 months. So what Zillow did was they used the Walmart spray paint, cheap paint that you can get, which is what they do. So when you're buying a home from OfferPad and Open Door and Zillow and all those guys in Redfin and everybody else is out there, Homey, all these different companies that are investors, they're not fixing these houses up. They're putting lipstick on a pig. Come on, people. We're smarter than that. So, they put a $12 light fixture in there, removing a like $500 chandelier. They scratched the countertops, they put holes in the wall, put a past job of third graders, advertised a new roof. It's not a new roof, it's a lie. Knowing what damages that they're dealing with, she will warn her own buyers. There's an active investigation. Keep going to May. Here's where it gets even more interesting, people. This is ridiculous. We need to know this stuff. You need to know this stuff. This is what happens with these investors. They are not on your side and they are not your friends. I have received a lot of inquiries with regards to how all the red flags are overlooked to allow a criminal to sell an innocent victim's home using realtors, Zillow, and a title company. This home was bought at around the end of 2019. Let me take a little step back in time. What happened at the end of 2019? Zillow started their own title company. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to get a cease and desist from Zillow or anything like that. This is for a neighborhood page for friends and neighbors that need to understand the people that they try to get in bed with when they go to this Z word website. Anyway, so here's what happens. You go to Zillow and you go in and look up your Zestimate, okay? There's a thing called pixels. There's all kinds of things that they can capture your information, okay? They take this information, they shrink it down, they do these like data searches through all the different things that brought you to their site, all the little buttons that you clicked, and then they sell your information to the highest bidder. There are agents who buy and sell in our neighborhood this information regarding Zillow. And there are people that I've talked to on the phone, even as of today, who have done this with Zillow and are getting contacted by these companies that buy this information, okay? So you go to Zillow, you pull the estimate, or you look at other houses, your information, either if you're not inputting your information, which oftentimes you have to, but Zillow is pretty consumer friendly for good reason, because they're pretty freaking smart and they can pull your information from just where you are on your computer. You don't have to put in anything. They find out where you live. You get a piece of mail. I mean, they can get any piece of information about what you're trying to do, and they sell it to the highest bidder, okay? Second point, you go and you do a Zestimate search, right? We know what this estimate is. It's a fake number. It's kind of like we call it the unicorn, or it's a fairy tale. So you go and do your Zestimate. Let's say here the Zestimate says your house is worth $350. Well, Zillow will make you an offer of about $340. Okay, we're not too far off, okay? And then you go and you happen to look, now this estimate is $340. It's bizarre. Then you turn around after you sold the house to Zillow, and now the Zillow estimate is $375. Come on, guys. I mean, is convenience that expensive? So when I think about convenience, I think about spending 80 cents more for a gallon of milk at Circle K rather than Walmart or Fry's or something like that. I don't think about convenience as losing $25,000, $45,000, $65,000. Okay, we're not in that kind of market. We're not a desperate to sell market. We have 13 buyers just about for every single home in the valley. So point being, it's just be careful when you deal with investors, okay? The investors aren't your friends. If you're buying from an investor, there are people here with horror stories that have bought homes from these companies, such as these investors, these capitalists. What do you call it? Anyway, venture capitalists. So I get on my soapbox about this, guys, because I really do care about what you guys are going through. I don't want to make this video too long, but it's important to know that, you know, you need to know that Zillow in the city of Phoenix has a 5.9% accuracy rating, which basically means they have, what is it, a 94.1% inaccuracy rating. They don't pull houses off the market when they show pending, because they want to drive traffic to their site. When they drive traffic to the site, they get your information, they sell it to the highest bidder, and that's how they make money. So, long story short, use your head, be smart. If you have questions, you know, I'm here for you guys each and every day. This is part one. You know, comments, please. You know, if you want an alternative, you can go to my first name, last name, AZ, Chris Durbin, AZ, at .com. So it's KrisDurbinAZ.com, or you can go to Chris Knows Sun Grows. I mean, that is all you're looking for, really, when you go to a website like Zillow. So just be careful out there. You know, this is just one story in one city, in one state in this country. So just use your head. Peace and love, guys. ChrisKnowsSunGrows.com. If you have friends and family out there, go to Sungrows Friends who haven't joined us already. Join the fun. We have a good time. Peace and love. Get you a market update this week. Okie dokie. Take care.